is my degree sketchbook 7. So this first exercise was about composition and image size, and we had to choose 3 images. So I chose this little boy running, this building which was quite architectural, and this old tree, large tree. And then we had to photocopy each of them and change the size of them, so make them larger, make them smaller, etc. And then put them onto a background. So here you've got the boy, he's quite large, the tree is a medium size and the building is small. So obviously, because I've changed the sizes of these, you can build a story from this. So it could be like a giant boy who sees a magical tree, who lives in a pointy house. You can change it so these were all actually medium size, all the same size, but I put the lines diagonal, and the same with the building one, so it looks as though the boy could be tripping over or falling down, or is he running away from the house, or is he running towards the wood and the tree. Again, here I've made the tree smaller in the background, the building's the largest, and then the boy is in medium there. But obviously, because he's in the foreground, is he running to the building, from the building? Is there like a bank or like a cliff that the building and the tree is on? Again, I've made the tree really large and the boy really small. So obviously it looks as though the boy is away in the distance. So is he running from the tree? Is he running to the house? The house is on like a hill. And then this one, which is quite a different one, so I made the boy really large, the tree really small, and the building medium. But then I put the boy on top of the tree, so is he like trying to step on the tree and squash the tree? Is he stepping over the tree? Is he going to step over the building? Is he bouncing on the tree? Is he a giant, or is it just that the building and the tree are miniature? So you can get ideas from different image sizes and ideas for stories. And then this is the one that I chose. So I did the building as the largest, but I cropped it off so we could just see the top of it. The tree I cut at an angle, so it still went upwards, but it was on a cliff or a bank. And again, the boy is running up the cliff or the bank. Again, he could be running or he could be skipping. It could be skipping up to the sky. There's so many different things that you can think of just due to image size. So that was what the exercise was about. The next exercise is about composition. So we had to take a bigger picture of something. So I took it of a row of buildings that were all different colours, that were in like a place abroad, say like Italy. It had a harbour. And then there were some people there, there were some little cafes and little sidewalks and things. So this was my first composition, which I cut out of the image, and then I made a spider diagram around it. And then you had to name your compositions. So this one, you can't really see it on the camera, but it was, there's some people in the background and it looks like they're going into a little cafe, and there's some boats in the foreground. So I put going to lunch on that one. This one, I sliced the image crossways, and you can see a walkway, so I called that a sunny walk. This was the little boats in the harbour, so I called this riverside. This was a strip in the middle of the image, so I just took the middle strip of it, and because they're all coloured houses, I called that one rainbow. This one I cut out on the diagonal, so I just called it diagonal. This one was the top of the image, so it was the tiles on the roof of the houses, so I called that tiles. This one was a close-up of the boat, so I called this boats. This one was quite interesting, so this was actually the water in the harbour, and there must have been like a breeze or a ripple or like a wave or a boat going past, creating a light zigzaggy effect. So because this was quite good, I did a spider diagram of that. And then this one has got some washing hanging up, so I called that one washing. And then I decided that I really liked this one the best, so I was going to go with this one because we had to make a poster of it in the end. And then I did some colour tests, so I did some watercolours and some coloured pencils, and then I did some gouache ones as well. And then this was the illustration that I did, so the watercolour illustration of that image. So I tried to get the wavy, ripply effect. And then we had to put that into a poster with a word that represented that image. So I chose the word breeze. And then I did some different fonts to see which one represented breeze the most. And then I made it in a mock-up of a poster. And then I chose to put the typography actually on the image rather than on top of the image because I thought it worked better. So that was that one. Then the next exercise was about creating a album cover for a CD. You had a few music tracks that you had to listen to. So the one I chose was the album Tasty Pudding by Miles Davis. So you had to listen to the music and then create mark making from your chosen media. So obviously mine was watercolour because that's what I work with the most. So then you listened to the whole of the track and created some marks from it. So you did a few ones to begin with at the different points in the music. And then I created this picture from the whole of the track. And then from that picture I did a spider diagram of all the elements that were in here. So there was a lot of circles, there was a lot of swooshes, whooshes, there's a lot of texture, there's dotting, there's lines, it's smooth, it's rough, there's circles, there's cool colours, there's yellow colours, green colours, there's layers to it, there's some twirling bits, it can be looks quite celestial, planets and moons you could take from it. And then you had to look at composition again, so you took different sections of this illustration and created a few thumbnails from it. So this was number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And for my album cover, the one that I think represented it the most, the actual section that represented it the most, was number 3. So I went with this for my album cover. So that is Sketchbook 7. So I'll see you next time for the next one. And if you like this video, please like it or subscribe. Thank you.